Ryan Dinwiddie, up till a few days ago, you probably couldn't pick him out of a lineup. Well, now he's on the starting lineup for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, actually the starting quarterback, no less, for Sunday's Grey Cup, now that Kevin Glenn is out with a broken arm.
Ryan Dinwiddie's life changed overnight.
My phone I had like 100 text messages yesterday, from different people back home, and they were watching the game. They were excited.
It's ironic that he doesn't get to play all year, basically, even though he got a little bit of time, and then next week is going to be his game.
The Blue Bombers' seldom used backup quarterback will make his first CFL start in the Grey Cup game. If the likable 26-year-old is nervous, he's not showing it.
What else could you ask for? Some guys can go in and play against Hamilton, starting the game versus Hamilton. I want the big game. So this is the big game. We got a ticket to go to the big dance.
Dinwiddie hasn't played much football since turning professional 4 years ago. But at Boise State University in Idaho, where he starred for 3 years, they still talk about him. In fact, his old coach was talking about him today.
When we talked to him this morning, he was so excited. And I think a lot of guys wouldn't be that excited. They'd be saying, oh, here I go into this game. And Ryan, he knows he's prepared. He's excited to go play.
Dinwiddie had a tremendous career at Boise State from 1999 to 2003, setting numerous school and NCAA records. One of his teammates at Boise State was Blue Bomber linebacker Cam Hall.
I watched him in college come back from a broken ankle and miss, I believe, 5 games. And the game he came back, I think in 2.5 quarters, he went something like 21 for 22 for 405 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Dinwiddie says he hasn't played in a game as big as the Grey Cup, but his nerves have been tested.
I played in front of 90,000. My first start ever was at South Carolina. And then my last game, I guess, was maybe it's fresh in my mind, but we played down at TCU in the bowl game, and we were both 11-1, and it was like the best in non-BCS. They said it was at their home turf, so they had all the fans, and we went in there and beat them, so that was a pretty big win.
Kevin Glenn likes Dinwiddie's competitiveness, comparing him to NFL quarterback Brett Favre.
He's real excited when he's out on the field, and he's one of those quarterbacks that'll make a play, and he'll talk stuff to the defensive players, so he's just one of those type of players.
He's got a great personality. I don't think anybody's going to shake him up. Toronto came with some pressure today, and it doesn't bother him. So I'm sure that he'll be just fine.
It's just another game, really. It's just a game. You got to win every game when you're going into it. So I probably won't even realize the crowd or any of that stuff's going on. Just be really focused on getting the job done with my teammates.
If Ryan Dinwiddie doesn't win the Grey Cup, he'll likely go down swinging.
And that report by Winnipeg's Mike Beauregard.
So that's who Ryan Dinwiddie is. I had no clue.
Yes, I know people are making fun of him here, his name, and I think I called him Dinwiddie. But anyway, he's obviously confident, and to be compared to Brett Favre, that's pretty good compliment.
Well, yeah, and he comes from a winning, college school and all that kind of stuff. So, a lot of those quarterbacks from the States that come from these big programs, they come up with enormous confidence.
Absolutely.
And he certainly
he's
shows
a quarterback.
that.
He's got to have confidence to be a quarterback, right?
Well, we'll see what happens. Of course, the Rider defense will have something to say about all that.
They'll be blitzing. I'll bet they'll be coming with the full house, just to rattle him. But he seems quite confident.
So that's who Ryan Dinwiddie is. We don't know who Dean Gutell is. We haven't solved that.
You don't want to know that.
Anyways, safe travels to Toronto. We look forward to your reports.
Thanks very much.
And Glenn Reed as well. So starting tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dean.
Thank you.
All right, take care. And we have more coming your way.